What's up, everybody? How's it going? Austin Prechtelevate Performance, coming at you live today. Happy Tuesday. My mouth finally stopped being numb enough to where I felt like I could talk appropriately on live. I had a dental appointment today, but yeah, happy freaking Tuesday, everybody. Today's Tuesday, right? Yeah, today's Tuesday. Um, Anyways, as you guys are tuning in, let me know how your day is going in the comments. Give the video a like, drop some emojis, tell me how things are going today. Yeah, today I'm going to be talking about what I have recently, a little bit of a like rebranding of sorts for the private community that all of my clients get access to. And so I was going to tell you guys a little bit about what it is. And recently, actually today, I changed the name of it to the BASECAMP. And I just kind of wanted to go into detail a little bit about why I called it that. For those of you who are my clients watching right now, that may have noticed the title of the name of our group changed slightly. Why I'm calling it that, and then I'm going to tell you guys about what is in the private group, like what you could expect and what clients that I work with get access to, and why this is more than just like a program, right? Like this is more than just that. There's more to it. There's like that community, and in a lot of my posts, I talk about this sense of community. In a lot of my posts, I talk about there's this sense of like culture and like kind of like coming together and like being a team, right? Like being like a almost like an online family of sorts in a lot of ways. And so, and it's all kind of oriented around fitness and nutrition and mindset and bettering yourself. And so, why did I call it the Base Camp? Why did I change that name to it? And, part of it, right, it goes along with the theme of Prechtelevate, like elevation. Hey, Laura, how's it going? Elevation, mountains, that sort of like aesthetic, right? Like that fits that bill, but it goes deeper than that, right? What is a base camp? Well, it's where people who are planning on climbing this, like that are planning on going out on this expedition, that are planning on going to like ascend this challenge, to elevate themselves to a higher place and better themselves. That's where they set out from. That's where they start. That's where you get your tools, your supplies. That's where, you go to get ready to prepare for conquering this, like, sometimes very long and difficult journey. And, it's also where your team is at, right? It's where your team is at. It's where your team sets out from, because you don't go at it alone, right? You don't go at it alone. On any journey, even if it feels like it might be solo sometimes, it always helps to have support and a support system in a lot of ways. And so that's why I called it Base Camp, because that's what it is in a sense. And that's, it's this collective of, individuals coming together from different, like, all kinds of different backgrounds, like, cultures, like everybody under the sun, like, is like a part of like this community, and everybody is seen, as an equal, and a colleague, and not like, like not like, anybody is below anybody. It's just this place where everybody can like talk about their wins and their struggles, and to feel like they're a part of something, while also working on their own individual stuff, and their own individual goals and things like that. And it's really cool. And so what, goes into this group and into this like culture and into this like almost like internet family of like, people varying from like veteran fitness fanatics who have been doing this shit for like 40 years, other people who are complete newbies, right? And there's people who are completely newbies. There's all people of different like, like levels of, where they're at in their fitness journey in on this spectrum of things, right? And that's really cool because you got a lot of different perspectives. You got a lot of different people, putting that, like, helping give advice and things like that, and helping give support to each other. And so, what all goes into the live Q&A, like, or into the base camp, into this group, is every Monday. Every Monday, just to give you guys a rundown of what the week to week kind of looks like. Every Monday, we have a live Q&A, where I will, put up a post the day before, where clients, who may have thought of a question kind of on the fly, or thought that there might be a question that might be good for the group to, get answers for, people will post questions in that. And then every single Monday, I will go through those questions and I'll answer them live in the group. Basically like this, on a Facebook Live in the private group. Answer questions, kind of shoot the shit. And then also, any questions that are asked during that live, they get answered on the fly. Just to help, you know, help clients feel confident with what they're doing, that they're getting answers to their questions that they need answers to. But then on top of that too, a lot of times we'll do some sort of training associated with it, right? Like some sort of like continued education, whether it be about, like proper hydration, like how do you hydrate yourself? Like, how much water should you be drinking? A breakdown of what macros are and how they work and why they're important and why it's important to have certain ratios the way that they are, for a nutrition plan going forward. Like we'll do things like that, where it's, on a variety of topics. Sometimes it might be mindset related. Sometimes it might be very, a scientific thing. But the point is to continue to, you know, help my clients grow, mentally, emotionally, physically. So that way they're better prepared, like going forward. Like that's the point of that, right? And so I do that every single Monday. And then also kind of like, kind of following along with the schedule of things. Now this week, now that Jessica has been brought on as a coach, every single Wednesday, we're going to be doing something that she's called, and that she's going to be doing. And it's called like, Women Warriors, or like Warrior Women Wednesday. And basically it's just going to be this like, how to basically be a badass woman, not only in the workplace, but also like with your fitness journey, balancing all that with like family life and things like that. And so she's going to be doing a live on that every single week as well, which I'm really excited for. Tomorrow's going to be the first day that we do it. And it's going to be, I'm pretty damn excited just because, as much as I work with a ton of women. Like I work with a ton of women like on a daily basis with my business and everything like that. But, I feel like I'm pretty good at being empathetic to, my clients. But at the same time, I'm only one person. I'm also a guy. I've only got one set of eyes, set of perspectives and things like that I've built and developed over time. And it does not hurt in the slightest to have a second set of eyes on that sort of thing, and to have somebody who is literally the living embodiment of what it means to be like a badass bitch in, not that she's a bitch, I love you, in the group, teaching this kind of stuff and helping to empower other women and help them feel strong and like get what they deserve in life, right? So that's pretty cool. Hey Lena, how's it going? Chance? Found from Indianapolis, love your content. Hey, I appreciate that, Laura. Chance says, I drink enough water daily that I pee like a racehorse. That's good. That means you're doing a good job of being hydrated. Hey, Lena, hashtag I'm here. If you're a client watching right now, don't forget hashtag I'm here. Which brings me to my next point. We also do challenges. We do challenges in the group. I try to keep it spicy and do something, once a month. Last month, trying to get like yoga and things like that set up did not happen. But this month we're doing the I'm Here challenge, which is a cool opportunity to encourage, clients to show up to lives, to learn, and find the time to make that time to learn and get rewarded for it with, like things like merch. Like they're going to get some free merch and some money, like, right? Like that's cool. Like it's always nice to be like rewarded for doing the stuff that you should probably be doing anyways, but that's okay. And so we're doing that. So just cool stuff like that. And then every single Wednesday we do something called Winning Wednesday, where every Wednesday, we encourage clients to share wins. I share a win, and the good shit that happened in your week, right? The good shit that happened that week, to talk about that stuff, to acknowledge that stuff that happened, to celebrate wins with each other. Because the more you focus on the positive shit that's going on in your life, and the more you celebrate those wins and focus on the good stuff that happened to you, the more likely you're going to notice and pick up on those things that are also that are good going on in your week, right? In your day to day. You prime your brain to try to see more of that stuff, right? So that's why we do that. It's just a good place to celebrate your wins and to feel like, proud of what you do, because not a lot of people get that opportunity to brag about their accomplishments, right? And in that group, it's not something that's like, it's not something that's seen as a negative or seen as like braggadocious or anything like that. Like it's one of those things where you can go there and feel good about what you freaking did, that week, and be supported by other people who are doing the same thing. And in our day to day, we don't get that opportunity to do that a lot, right? We don't get that opportunity to do that at work or at home. Nobody like claps their hands for you at home for doing your workouts. Nobody claps for you at work for like eating that meal or hitting your nutrition on a daily basis. Like nobody does that like outside of something like this, and I think that that's really cool that we've created that environment that's supportive of that sort of thing. And so yeah, so there's that. And then every Friday, I do what is called the pre-weekend pep talk, which, if you're my client, you know what that is. It's basically what I call a healthy kick in the ass to be mindful of your goals for the weekend, to be nice to yourself. Oftentimes, covering some sort of, either inspirational or like motivational topic or some sort of mindset thing to be thinking about to carry on into your week, to just help you get yourself, to continue to like progress and level up, right, and to continue to elevate yourself to that next step, that's going to better you for the long run, right? So yeah, so there's that sort of thing. And then now also we're doing live yoga, twice, 1 to 2 times a week, with our new instructor Julie. She's badass, very very cool. Yoga sessions that we've done 2 of them so far, and they like healthily kick my ass in the best way possible. And I love that we're doing this now because it's something, for if you're taking a rest day, if you take a rest day on Sundays or something like that, like that's something that you can do that's not like it's taxing, but in a different way, right? And so we do that. That's really cool, and that's really fun that we're starting to get into. And we record everything, right? Every single live that gets done in the group gets recorded. It gets recorded on a well, every single one of them gets recorded and re-uploaded. So it's not like if you miss that live, it's gone, right? You got to go back. You can go through it. We have guides going through things like, how to, what are macros? Like, every single training that we do gets saved and re-uploaded. And so there's things like, like I said, the proper hydration, how to have a badass morning routine that's going to set you up for success on a daily basis and help give you like mental clarity throughout the day. How to goal set properly. We did, like a challenge at the beginning of this year that was, to create a vision board for your year. Like, what do you want for yourself? Like basically like, creating this thing to be a visual representation, a physical representation of, what you want to fucking accomplish in the year of 2021. Those things are powerful. These things are very powerful tools that you can utilize to, give you like the best shot at accomplishing your goals. And so that's what I really like about all this stuff is like it's all there. Like anybody who joins can go in and go through all these like learning modules basically and feel like, like nothing is ever like, like there and gone. Like it's all saved and recorded, which I think is really like a cool aspect of what it is. And yeah, honestly, like what I really like about it too is just the fact that it is a place to like share your wins and your struggles and to be surrounded by other people who are going through what you're probably going through in some capacity or another. There are a lot of parents that are in that group that are going through similar shit on a daily basis, dealing with their kids, trying to fit their workouts in, trying to, time management their stuff properly. There's also a lot of like it's like I said, people from all different age groups too, not just parents, like college students, busy college students, busy professionals trying to figure shit out on a daily basis to still balance their fitness goals with life, and all that comes with it. And so there's just this giant layer kind of accountability and support. And there's this quote that I really like that it's if you're in a room with 5 geniuses, you're probably going to become the 6th genius, right? But if you're in a room full of 5 dummies, you're probably going to become the 6th dummy. And so you are only going to be like as successful or as like, productive or like, able to better yourself as best as the people are that are in that room. And so we are a product of our environment and who we surround ourselves with. And if you surround yourself, that same concept, if you're in a room with 5 people, or in this case, over 40 people who are working to, better themselves and who are, fitness, nutrition focused, and you're in that environment with people who are doing that same thing, guess what? You're probably going to be more likely to fall in line and being more in alignment with your goals that that are oriented towards that sort of thing. If you're in a group like that, like you're gonna probably be way more likely to be successful than not if you did not have that sort of resource and you weren't in that sort of environment, especially in this new digital space and in this new like internet centric world that we live in. Like it's very, very helpful. And so at the same time, so I hope that makes sense. But in a lot of ways too, like your average person, if you're somebody who's on a fitness journey right now, like if you're on a fitness journey right now, like your average person doesn't fucking get it. Like your average person who is not on a fitness journey does not understand the struggles. They do not understand the successes. They don't understand the grind, the consistency of it, the living through it. Like they don't get it. Like they don't. Like if you're somebody who's not on a fitness journey, if you're not pursuing something right now, whether it's a fitness journey, a weight loss journey, a weight gain journey, or whatever your goals may be that are oriented with fitness in some way or another, like you don't get it. Like you don't understand what people are going through. And so a lot of times, if you're somebody who is going through that, being with people like that are also trying to attempt to do the same stuff that you're trying to do, it helps a shit ton. It freaking helps. So yeah. So that's what the BASECAMP is. Like that's what the Prechtelevate Performance Private Coaching Group is. That's what the community is. That's not what the whole program is. That's just the that's just the private group aspect of it. That doesn't even take into account the plan or the nutrition or the workouts or anything like that. But just to give you guys an example of what it is, and for those of you new client, or for those of you that are my clients watching this right now, that's why I called it BASECAMP at the beginning. That's why I changed the name to BASECAMP, because that's what this is, right? We're going at this journey together. We're ascending this expedition, this mountain to elevate ourselves to be the best versions of ourselves, and I think that that's pretty fucking cool. So other than that, guys, that's all I really had for you guys today. Just want to chat about that. Just kind of go over, because I realized I've probably never really gone in depth and talked about this shit before, like what it is, and why I'm so happy about it all the time, and why I talk about it so much all the time, because it is. It's a pretty fucking cool place to be. But yeah. Other than that, though, if you are somebody who is interested in something like that I just kind of talked about, and you've watched this whole thing, and that sounds like something that you'd be interested in, send me a message, and I'd be happy to tell you about more about it in more detail and things like that. But yeah, other than that, guys, have a beautiful rest of your Tuesday. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. If you got value from this, give it a like. Let me know your number one takeaway in the comments down below. If you're watching this later time, hashtag replay so I know you saw it. And if you're one of my clients watching right now, feel free to get a screenshot and share it to your story for the hashtag I'm Here Challenge for bonus points. Other than that, I appreciate you guys. Have a good ass rest of your day, and I'll talk to you later. Peace, guys.